Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will understand the database languages under the database management system. Then, under the unit 1, that is the database languages, is a syllabus point. We will review the concept about the database management system. What is meant by the database management system? That is, a database management system is a system software for creating and managing a database. Means a DBMS is a software for creating and managing the database. That is the DBMS. DBMS provides users and programmers with a systematic way to create, retrieve, update, and manage the data. That is actually the use of DBMS, means a DBMS software. Then database management system is a collection of interrelated data and a set of a program to access those data. That is actual the database management system. We just reviewed it, what exact the database management system is. Then database languages are the set of statements that are used to define and manipulate the database. Means if you want to or we manipulate the data, like we add the data, we modified the data under the database, we need a way to modify it. That's why its concept comes with the database languages. Means with the help of database languages, we modified the data, we add the data, we update the data under the databases. That is actually the use of database languages. Database languages, that is a set of statement, means it's come with the commands, and with the help of that command we manipulate or define the databases. That is simply the database languages use. Database language are used to create and maintain database on a computer. That is again another definition, that is the database languages are used to create the database and maintain that database. That is actually the use of database languages. Then database languages have types. That one is a DDL, is a data definition language, DML, that is a data manipulation language, DCL, that is a data control language, TCL, that one is a transaction control language. These are the, we can say that is a types, or sometime we can say that is a classification of languages. Okay. Then data definition language means what? Under the database, what is mean by the DDL? DDL stands for data definition language. With the help of this language, we create the definition of a data. Then how? We will understand with the example. It is used to define the database structure or pattern. Means when we create any table, like a table, or maybe when we create the database, and in the particular database we create one table, that creation of a database, new database, and under the particular database we create a table, that process done with the data definition language. Then particular it's have a different type of commands to create that database or to create the table under the database. That one is we say that is a commands to create the databases, or maybe we can say that different type of queries. It is used to create the schema. What is the exact use of DDL? It is used to create the schema, tables, indexes, constraint, etc. in a database. We will understand the other concepts like indexes and constraint, but everyone knows about the create the schema. Schema means the design of a database. Then tables, that means again we create the table, like a student information with a serial roll number, name, or mobile number, or address. That is a table structure. Then that 4-column structure created with the DDL, that is a data definition language. Then using DDL statement you can create the skeleton of a database. That one is I already explained. With the help of DDL we create a database skeleton, like a multiple table under the databases. Data definition language is used to store the information of a metadata, like a number of tables and the schemas, their names, indexes, columns, and in each table constraint. Means a particular database, if we create a new database, that is create database and database name. Then under that database we create again two table, like a student table and teacher table, and it contains a student table contains student information, faculty teacher table contains the teacher information. That is a multiple information, or we can say that metadata, like right, like student class is a particular teacher teaches to a particular student class. That is simply the relation. That is again done with the DDL. That one is a data definition language. Then data definition language, that is, here are some tasks that comes under DDL. These are the commands with the help of we run the data definition languages, or it may be these are the commands run under the data definition languages. Create, if we want to create a table, we use the create command. If we want to create the database, we use the create database and database name. Okay, that is actual the use of create. Then alter, it is used to alter the structure of database. If you want to if we already create the one table have a 4 column, and now we want to delete the one column, or it may be add the 5th column. That is one type of alteration in existing table. That one is done with the alter command. Then drop, it is used to delete the object from the database. That one is, if we want to delete the whole database as a student database, we want to drop the or delete the whole database, we use the drop. Then truncate, it is used to remove all record from a table. What is the difference between the drop and truncate? Drop command delete the whole database. Truncate deleted the all record from the particular table. That is the basic difference between the drop and truncate. Then rename, it is used to rename an object. Means if you want to change the database table name, then you can change it with the rename command to change the table name. Then comment, it is used to comment on a data dictionary. We will understand the all queries with the help of the example. I will run these queries with the MySQL, and we can easily understand how exactly it works. Okay, this is only explanation about the this lecture contain only explanation about the data definition, or it may be a DBMS languages, and the particular task executed under the particular languages. Like DDL contains these type of commands. All the commands are related only related to the definition, right? All commands is related to the definition, means definition about database, definition about table, okay, and if alteration about the table, alteration about the particular different type of tables, then drop about the database or a table, truncate about the table. This is all related to the definition, okay, related to a design. That's why it's mentioning as a comes under the data definition language. The next, that one is a data manipulation language. That stands for data, DML stands for data manipulation language. It is used for accessing and manipulating data in a database. It handles a user request. Means if we want to modify the data, then we need a DML. If we want to create the database, we need a DDL. This is actually the difference between the DDL and DML. DDL is used to create the database, create the table. Then again, if we want to add the record or data under the table, we need a DML. Okay, this is the basic difference between the DDL and the DML. DML, that one is all about the manipulation and accessing. Then data manipulation language, here are some tasks that comes under the DML. Select, it is used to retrieve the data from database. If we want to find out some record from the database or the table, we use the select query or the select command. This is actually comes under the DQL, data query language. This is not a manipulation, it's only a fire a query and get the data. That's why it's normally comes under data query languages. Okay, then insert, it is used to insert the data into a table. This is comes with a manipulation, or we modified the existing table with a new record with the insert command. Then update, it is used to update the existing data with the table, within a table. Means if you want to change the roll number or student mobile number, it comes with the update command. Then delete, it is used to delete the all record from the table. That one is again the related to a record. Then merge, it performs upsert operation and insert or update the operation. Merge, that one is if you want to merge the two tables record in a one table, then we use this command to merging the records. Then call, it is used to call a structured query language or a Java subprogram. If we want to call the some other programs under the query languages, or it may be a DBMS languages, we use a call. That is again a manipulation. It's under the DML, data manipulation languages. Then explain the plan, it has the parameter of explaining the data. Okay. Lock table, it controls the concurrency. These are the some points which one is later we need to know about the firstly theory, what exact the locking under the table, and or it may be a transaction. Then we can easily understand that one is theory comes under the unit 5th and 6th. Okay, these are the commands under the data manipulation language. Data manipulation language contains manipulated commands, which one is manipulate the data. Then data control language, that one is a DCL, stands for data control language. It is used to retrieve the stored or saved data. Means when we store the data, if we want to retrieve it, or maybe again change, means update or revoke it, it use a DCL. The DCL execution is a transactional. It also have a rollback parameter. Transaction concepts again comes under the unit 5 or 6. After that we can easily understand the DCL commands. We will only understand the theory. But in an Oracle database, the execution of a data control language does not have the features of rollback. Means a particular MySQL have the rollback, or it may be the Oracle does not have a rollback. Then we will understand what exact the use of rollback. Here are some tasks that comes under DCL. This is a data control language. Means we control the data. Okay. That grant, it is used to give the user access privilege to the database. Particular user have access to view the data. Particular user have access to modify the data. That one is done with the grant command. Revoke, it is used to take a back permission from the user. If you grant a permission to modify the data, you can revoke it and change the permission. That is the use of revoke command under the data control language. Means we control the data with the help of this command, grant and revoke. Okay. Then transaction control language, TCL is used to run the changes made by the DML statement. Means when we run the DML statement, like we update the data, or maybe we add the record, that time we use done with the some transaction, like adding the data is one transaction. Then we need to control that transaction, control that action, which one is done by the DML. That one is done with the TCL, transaction control language. TCL can be grouped into a logical transaction. Okay, that one is again here some task that comes under TCL. Commit, it is used to save the transaction on the database. If we stored one record in a particular table with a DML command, then TCL finalize that. If we run with a commit, that record is committed, then it is permanently saved under the database or a particular table. That is use of a commit. If we update the data or add the record and not mention with the commit command, then it is not permanently saved under the database. These all concept we will understand under the transaction concepts. It comes with a transaction on the databases. Okay. Then rollback, it is used to restore the database to original since the last commit. Means if we mention or we add one record in a table, and we after before the commit we again roll back it, or it may be after commit we roll back it, it's again the rollback with that record. Means it's automatically remove that record with the rollback. Okay, that one is like I changed my mobile number with another mobile number, and I just after the DML command I just to roll back it, it's again comes with a old mobile number. That is actually the use of rollback. Okay, if we're doing something wrongly and we want to again come with the previous situation, then that one is helpful. Rollback can easily come with the previous situation. That is actually use of a rollback. Then these are the actual all the database languages, that is DDL, DML, then DCL, then TCL. Okay, with the help of these languages we work with the databases. Then the structural query language, everyone knows about the SQL. What is exact the SQL? The structural query language SQL as well all known is the database language. Then what is mean by the DCL or maybe a DML, DDL? The particular structural query language contains some commands, set of commands, and that commands classify with that languages like a DDL, DML, DCL, TCL. Okay, that is actual the concept. Then that one is which we can perform the certain operation. Okay, structural query language, as we all know in the database languages, by the is the database language. SQL is a database language by the use of which we can perform the certain operation on the existing database, and also we can use this language. SQL uses certain command like create, drop, insert to carry out the required task or to create a database. This is actually the SQL, that is structural query language. Then structural query language, we can say that the SQL commands are mainly categorized into a 4 category. Then it's come with a DDL, DQL, DML, DCL and TCL. That one is actually the use of or the categories of structural query languages. The SQL is a database language, and under that the particular DDL, DML, DCL, TCL are the categories of the particular SQL language or the structural query language. This is actually the concept. We will cover the database languages concept in this lecture. That one is with database languages types with DDL, DML, DCL and TCL. In the next lecture we will understand with practically, means we will run the all these commands with the example, like a DDL command create, we create the table, we create the database, we create the table, we alter the table, we drop the table. These are the all commands we will run it practically in the next lecture. Okay, thank you.